Hello guys, how is it going? Okay, we are live right now. Okay, Susan, I'll get back to you right in a moment. But one thing I want you guys to do is the trading competition for the WSOT for Bybit, okay, is ongoing right now. Okay, and I see a lot of you on my squad already, guys. Some persons are already, breaking that threshold for reward. Okay, once you see this check mark here, it means that you actually qualify to get, the reward that Bybit is giving. Now, whether you are doing the copy trading, whether you are trading on your by your own and all of that. Okay, whatever you get involved in here, once you see this check mark here, it means that you have actually qualified for, some rewards, okay, for to share in this $8 million that Bybit is actually giving out. All right, so registration ends in 9 days. All right, so you still have a chance to join my squad right now. All you need to do, guys, is to go to the description of this video, click on the show more option here. Okay, so the first link here is to sign up for a Bybit account. If you don't have a Bybit account already, what you can do, all right, to support us on this daily live show is to sign up with our account, all right, and then you use the second link here to join my squad. Once you click on that link, it will bring you to the page here. All you just need to do is register now and then click on the join, all right. So once you click on join, a lot of activities you can get involved in is the copy trading first. It means that you can come in here to the copy trading option and copy other traders, all right, and copy other traders and all of that. So you see a lot of traders here that you can actually copy and stand a chance to make profit when they make profit as well. Then you have the arena raffle. The arena raffle is where you can complete some tasks daily and then stand a chance to spin this. As you can see here, this person just won 0.5 BTC. Okay, another person won 0.1 BTC. You can see the notifications here. You can be the next person to win, okay, either 0.5 BTC, 0.1 BTC. You can equally win NFTs and all of that. All right. So what do you need to do? Make a deposit, complete some tax, trade on your account, all right, and you can see that you start winning some, some of this raffle. Just click on this and spin this, and you stand a chance to go on with either 0.5, 0.1, depending, all right, on whatever luck you get here. So take advantage of this right now, okay? If you have not joined already, go ahead and do that. Take advantage of this right now, okay? So to the business of the day, yeah, Susan, I see you. Please, Susan, send me a message on Telegram, okay? Send me a message on Telegram. You need to do the needful, all right? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, this is a setup we had yesterday, and eventually that came down to this level, all right? Right now, we are breaking back that level. So let's go to the 4 hours time frame and see what LPT is doing. I see LPT rejecting at, this 200-day moving average at 5.7 or thereabout, okay? So what we can do right now, I don't know how far this pump will go, but let's do a quick, short at 5.7. All right. Susan, what do you think? What do you think? You're already long in LPT and you're making profit from it. Right now, it's just above that our, resistance level. Okay. So after coming down to around 4.8, now it started springing up. All right. So we are currently below this our resistance level. Okay, so what do you think? Is a short for me, guys? I'll be putting an order to short at maybe 5.7. All right, a quick short before we finally break above that. And by the way, let me go to Bybit and see the volume. Okay, how much the volume has increased to currently for the LPT. All right, so let me see what the volume has increased to. But I'm going to set a limit order to short. Maybe start scalping the market just like Susan is doing right now. Okay. If you are entering this trade now, just be targeting like 10, 5% move. Okay, 10, 5% move. If you have shorted already at, let's say, 5.59, you should be in profit now already. Okay, but I'm going to still enter that trade. Let me just see what the volume is currently on the Bybit exchange. All right. While that is going on, let me just set the limit order and see what LPT will have for us. Okay, let me know, Susan, what are you doing right now? Since you've been longing and been making some profit, are you going to short or you are going to long again? For the 200, I will respect this area of the 200-day moving average. Okay, guys, something happened to me yesterday. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. All right, all of the trades that I had, all of the pending trades, plus the trades that were running, including my Pepe token trade. Okay, all of those trades were cancelled, and I lost over, a lot of money in that trade. Okay, I lost a lot of money in that trade. I don't know what happened, but seriously, guys, it was not intentional. all of the trees, even the LP token, all of them, Gala, all of them would have triggered and would have been in massive profit this morning. But I don't know what happened. All of them were just cancelled and I lost all the trees. Okay, so let's do LPT right now, guys. We'll look at that. Okay, we'll look at all of your token right now. Let me do LPT and set limit order. Okay, LPT is pumping and the funding rate currently is what's the funding rate right now? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's do 5.7. Okay, let's do 5.7 and see what happened. All right, let's do 5.7 and see what happened. Okay, so I'll do 5.7 and I'll take profit when it comes down by 10%. Okay, when it comes down by 10%, we'll do that and see what happened with LPT, guys. Okay, for short positions, okay, please be careful because the funding rate is 2.5%, okay, minus 2.5%. It means that if you are going to short this, you'll be paying 2.5% of whatever position you are holding, all right, for the funding rate. So be careful, all right, be careful with this particular trade because you may be in profit, but funding rate will eat up the profit, all right? You may be in profit, but funding rate will be, eat up the profit. So what I'm personally looking at on this trade, okay, yeah, we still need to respect that 200-day moving average. This is the weekly time frame, okay? We still need to respect that 200-day moving average, and if we do, we want to see a rejection at this area, guys. All right. So we want to see a rejection at this area of 6.7 plus. Okay, that's where I want to see a rejection, a bit of rejection down to the downside and all of that. Okay, so yeah, I want to see this candle closing up with a week and all of that. But if you look at the weekly time frame, we just broke this downtrend. Okay, that candlestick just broke above that. Okay, so yeah, be careful, but we still need to retest. Okay, we still need a retest of this trend line here, right? We broke it, but we still need a retest of that trend line, guys. We still need to retest that trend line. So I'm still optimistic that this coin will come down to a certain come down a bit and all of that. So even if I use my Fibonacci retracement tool, we should see this trade. If we get there, we should see it coming down to, yeah, it already pulled back to almost the 50% level before it went back up, okay? But the candle did not close here. This is on the daily time frame and all of that. So pay attention to this and let it play out, okay? I see rejecting at that 7.5, 5.7 level, right? I see rejecting at that 5.7 level. That is where I want to pay attention to and all of that. For LPT, I'll be looking the long for now, no more long, okay? Except we break above the 200-day moving average and continue to go up. Please don't let what happened with YGG to happen to you guys. A lot of persons actually lose money. Why others made a lot of money with YGG? A lot of persons actually lose money with YGG. So I don't know LPT if it pawns with that kind of momentum that YGG did. It may be a big loss on some persons. Okay, so a quick scalp of 5-10% will not give you profit with LPT because of the funding rate. It is minus 2.5%. Okay, all right, so that is about LPT. Susan, send me a message on Telegram. Okay, you need to do the necessary. It's very important. All right, okay, so where okay, Elera Oparaji should be from Imo State. All right. Okay, it should be from your village, Susan. Elera should be from your village. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, which other token are we looking at before we continue? Yes, Franklin wants us to look at SRP. So let's go to SRP. So this will play out. Okay, 5.7. Please do that with tight stop loss and see how it goes. Okay. All right. So if you are smart enough, you would have taken a long trade to that 5.7, and that would have been a lot of profit for you actually. So SRP USDT, let's look at that currently. All of my trade just closed last night. The ones in profit, the ones in losses, everything. and that pains me a lot. Okay, so for SRP, I'm still looking at this area. Okay, this is the setup I have for SRP. Remember, even if we have to take a long trade, we'll still wait for the breakout of this trend line. Okay, so let this come back to this level. So we'll still wait for a breakout of this trend line. The week yesterday, okay, you see this week yesterday when Bitcoin dropped. All right, it didn't get to this level of 57, but we are still currently around this area. So a break of this trend line will be a confirmation for me to start entering a long trade for SRP. All right, in as much as we are below that trend line, I will start picking trade when we get to 57 cent or 58 cent or thereabout. But if not, a break of that trend line above is where I will start looking to take a trade to the upside. All right, so for SRP, I'm doing nothing right now. It's a long setup for me. I'm not going to scalp this, so I'll wait for that to play out and then I will take it to the upside. All right, so the next token there will be LTC USDT. So for those of you who took all of the pending limit orders yesterday, congrats, because it would have triggered. We did Lado, we did OP, we did Gala, a lot of those tokens. Okay, so if you actually took those limit order and all of that, then that would have been in profit for you. Okay, so just make sure that you manage your risk properly. All right, make sure that you manage your risk properly. All right, so for Litecoin, this is currently what I'm looking at. We've been consolidating in this area for a while. These two areas here were the areas I mapped out on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, then we broke below that. We came below the trend line, right? We came below the trend line, and this is that pin bar that was created yesterday, and then we are currently above. Okay, so anything above this area at $83 will be to long up to 87. Anything above this line here, okay, this 83.48, anything above that area will be to take a long trade to the upside. But if I go back to the 15 minutes time frame, let's see those areas we mapped out on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so initially we were consolidating between these areas, right? Just at the trend line, above the trend line, and then eventually yesterday we broke below that trend line. Immediately we pull back up again. So it means that, this is just a liquidity grab. So it means that there were a lot of long orders, all right, that was enough to push back this price, because the bears were pushing the market down up to this level. And then all of the long orders here got triggered, and that immediately pushed back this market to this upside, okay? So currently we are in this level. So we are back to that 15, the 15 minutes time frame, the range we're having here initially. So that is the range we're having. So if you are going to long Litecoin right now, pay attention to this level, right? Until we break that 83.4 level, we are still just within that range, okay? Until we break above this level. Then when we break above this level, it means that you now start looking for long orders to the upside. All right. So for Litecoin, I'm not doing anything now. Rather, I will look for a possible scalping opportunity to start scalping this trade, okay, and all of that. All right. So if I enter a long now, we're targeting somewhere around that 83.4. And if we break that area upward, then I can take it to the upside. All right. So if you want to trade Litecoin, that is just what I'll be looking at exactly. All right. So make sure you pay attention to that, Franklin. All right. For X, the next one there is XLM Okay, so let's look at what that token has for us currently right now. So for this, we go to the 4 hours time frame, and then look at that. Okay. When did we look at this token? Yeah, there was a limit order here. Okay, and this was the 618 level, right? This was a rejection from the 618 level. I think we looked at this yesterday. So I said, instead of entering a trade right here, wait for the rejection here and enter a trade. And that is exactly what happened here. Okay, so we came to the 618 level, we rejected, and this has been playing out. So if you have a limit order on this, that is a good one for you. But for me right now, okay, this setup right now, if we don't go up to this level, then make sure you take your profit, okay, and then wait for a new entry. Let's say this market comes back down. Let me take this to the side. Okay, let's say the market comes back down, and then maybe like creates a double bottom here somewhere. Okay, we'll come back down here again. You want to wait to take another trade to the upside. Otherwise, if it comes back to this area, the next area to take a long trade will be at this area of 12 cent, okay, 0.126. All right, will be another area where you should be looking to take profit and all of that. So here will be my next area to take a trade to the long side. But if we reject at this area, guys, another area you need to pay attention to if you want to trade this token. If we come and reject here, you want to equally take a trade here to the upside. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, so but if we break below this area, then you should be looking at taking a trade down here at 0.126. Okay, 126 to the upside. If not, your entry will be at 0.134. All right. So Franklin, if you are going to trade this this particular token, that is the setup I personally will be looking at for this particular trade. Okay, that's the setup what I'll be looking at for this particular trade. Okay, yeah. Dominic wants us to look at okay. I think it's pulling back already. Let me look at the EGLD trade, EGLD USDT. So let's look at that and see where the pullback has happened. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't notice this on time. All right. Yeah. So look at that, guys. Look at that. So that pullback would have given you enough. Yeah. The pullback happened here, just at that top there. Yeah. Okay, did you trade this, Dominic? Did you trade the pullback? Did you take advantage of the pullback? If you did, you should be in profit. Okay, you should be in profit already if you did take advantage of this. All right. So yeah, let's look at what's possible with this particular trade. Okay, so yeah, if we plot a trend line right here, if we plot our trend line right here, you see that we just broke above that trend line. So if I go to lower time frame, let's start looking for more entries. I still see this coming back to that trend line. Okay. Let me plot that trend line very well. Okay, so I want to have a merge Toshis as we can. All right. So yeah, we may not be able to get that exact Toshis thereabout, but yeah. If I go to 15 minutes time frame, I still see this coming back, guys. I still see the token coming down to this level, guys. Or let's quickly do a FIB retracement here and see what's possible. Okay, so possible areas we can reject from right now on this trade. Possible areas we can reject from to the upside. For me, if we get to the 50% level at $32, we may get a rejection there, but I'll be waiting to enter a trade to the long side at 31.7. All right, 31.7 will be a possible area. Yeah, look at that. Look at that massive drop to the downside, okay? Yeah, look at that massive drop to the downside. So we may reject from here, but where I want to look at a good rejection will be at this 618 level. The 618 level will be at that 31.7. All right, 31.7 and thereabout. So I still see this coming down. But if we reject, break below the 618, break below the 786 and all of that, then the trend line should be our best bet. Okay, the trend line should be our best bet at $30 will be the best bet for us to long this market right now. Okay, $30 would be the best bet, but we'll look at the rejection here, maybe do like a 5-10% profit, and then another rejection here, do like a 5-10% profit and all of that. So for this particular trade, I'm going to pay attention to this, add this to my watch list, and see if I can scalp this as many times as I can. Okay, yeah, look at that rejection. Okay, at the 0.51%, okay, 0.5% level. So let's wait for it to play out. My best bet would be at the 31.8 or even at the 31.4 or at the 30% level, which is the $30 level, which is the trend line itself. Okay, which is the trend line itself. All right, so the pullback already is playing out. Yeah, let it play out. Okay, let it play out and see what you can actually achieve with this. All right, so if you are trading this coin already, congrats to you. You're making profit in that. All right, so your PNL will be growing for Bybit, and then you stand a chance to equally qualify for a lot of rewards. Okay, a lot of rewards. All right, I want my team to come home with at least $1 million. All right, I want my team, out of the $8 million, can we go home with at least $1 million, guys? We can do it. All right, we can do it. All right, so if we get a long setup that can give us like 100% move in the market, we'll take it. But if not, we can be looking for those 10, 20%, 10, 5% every time we enter the market. All right. So that is exactly what we'll be looking at. After this section, I will have another section in the afternoon, and let's see. Okay, so look at that. So we're having that rejection at the 50% level, right? Yes. So we are expecting that 50% level. If we break below that level, then the order level, let me even set a limit order for this and see if we can reject at that 60% level. Okay, so let me set a limit order for that, and then my target for this will be just 2% and all of that. Okay, my target for that will be 2% and all of that. So let me do AG. Okay, guys, I'll come back to all of the tokens you've put on the comment. Just give me a moment. Let me go ahead and set a limit order for these guys. So 618 will be 31.75. Okay, 31.75. Yeah, let's do 31.75 and see how we can take a quick long to the upside. So give me a moment, okay? This and let's see what happened. So 31.75, right? Yeah. So take profit will just be, just a quick move, but we're still looking at that trend line. Okay, if we come back to that trend line, that will be our proper, trade that we can take and stay for as long as we want to. Guys, give me a moment, okay? So okay, let's see how that plays out. All right, why that is playing out, let's look at the next trade there, which is H bar. Somebody wants us to look at, Joan wants us to look at H bar. Okay, H bar USDT. So let's see how that plays out, guys. Okay, so for H bar, we already rejected. Okay, we already rejected currently. Yeah, all the setup yesterday are no longer valid, so we are rejecting from this particular zone here. So let's bring this. Remember what we said yesterday, right? That currently we are above this area and then we are between here and the 200-day moving average. So we wanted to see a rejection from here to the upside, which is what exactly played out right now. But at this level right now, where we are rejecting from, we are having another resistance up here, which is where we are rejecting from, okay? So what you want to do is wait for this to come back to this level, bounce back again, and then you take it up to the upside. Okay, so for this particular token right now, this is what I personally will be looking at. So wait for it, okay? Wait for it to play out. Let this that is dropping right now, if we don't get a rejection at the 200-day moving average, which is where we are currently seated, all right? If we don't get a rejection here to the upside, then wait for it to come down here and you can be taking a trade to the upside. So what I will be doing is I'll be entering a long trade if this token actually gets back to this level, use that as a base, and then our target will be at that previous high there. Okay, our target would then be at that previous high there. All right, our target would then be at that previous high there. All right, that is exactly the setup I am looking at for this particular trade. Okay, so if we don't get a rejection at this 200-day moving average, which is where we are currently seated, All right, we're just sitting at the 200-day moving average. If we reject there, I see it coming back to this level again and maybe pull back down again. But if we reject here and come back down to this level, then wait to take a trade, a long trade at 0.054 to, at around 0.060. Okay. So that's what Joanne, that's the setup I'll be looking at for. So wait for it to break below the 200-day moving average. If it breaks below this area, you can even start looking at entering a trade at 0.057 and then target this area of 0.054. And then from here, you take a trade to the upside. Okay, from here, you can take a trade to the upside. That is exactly the setup that I personally will be looking at for, the HBAR token. Okay, but I'll wait to take a trade here and I'll take it to the upside. That's exactly what I personally will be looking at for this particular trade. Okay, so yes. All right. So the next token we are going to be looking at, guys, is all right. So yeah, Prince Vincent, it's been a while. Where have you been? What happened? Where have you been, Prince Vincent? Prince Vincent, where have you been? I've not heard from you. Did you close some losing trade and then got sick? What happened? Okay, IDU. Let's look at IDU and see what's possible. I think I did a quick scalp on IDU this morning, right? I did. Yes, I did. It's ID USDT, not IDU. ID USDT, right? So ID USDT, yes. It's ID USDT. Okay, I did a quick scalp for this particular trade this morning, and I'm going to do another one again. All right, I'm going to do another one again. So IDU, I see this token dropping, guys. I see it, I see a pullback, a massive pullback. This area here, guys. Okay, so let's take the body of this plant. All right. If this token will continue to go up, all right, I see it coming to that level of around this area of 273 or thereabout. So I can set a limit order to short this particular trade there. All right. I can set a limit order to short it there, guys. I'm going to short, enter a trade at 273. And go to my 1 hour time frame and start setting up my so I'll be looking to short this trade right here, guys. Sorry. We have to adjust this to this level. Okay, 273, we'll short here and we'll take it down, right? So bring your stop loss just slightly above that level. And then my area of interest will be at around $24. That is if I'm going to stay for that long. But if not, if it gives you like 10-20% move in the market, you should be done with that, guys. If it gives you like 10-20% move in the market, you should be done with that. All right. So let's say if it gets up to that area, if it does, then we can short it from there. But if not, we'll wait for another opportunity. Okay. If it does get to this area, we short from there. If not, we'll wait for another. If not, we'll wait for another opportunity. All right. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at for the IDU. Okay. For IDU, this is exactly what I am looking at. All right. So let me go back to LPT and see what that token currently hosts for us. But IDU, let me look at lower time frame. Yeah, guys, allow it to play out. Okay, just let it come back to this level. Just let it come back to that level, and let's see if we can take a trade. Okay, if we can short it from there down, right? We'll let it play out. Let it play out, guys. Let it play out. Let it play out. The next will be BCH USDT. All right, BCH USDT. Let's look at what BCH USDT holds for us right now. Okay, so look at that massive move. Whoever took this trade, okay, if you took this trade, though you would have hit stop loss. That is, if your stop loss was very close, because it does, okay, it closed my trade yesterday, I think last night, yesterday's a night before yesterday, and all of that. So it came, hit my stop loss, and then look at this. It eventually went back up. Okay, so you see why at times we put our stop loss very big. We want to give the trade a space to breathe. So you see this liquidity grab, okay, came, grabbed everything, and then eventually went up close to take profit, because my take profit was around 250. But at 245, that is a good, a good trade setup, okay, a good profit that would have, worked out well. But it went, hit the stop loss, and eventually started coming back up and all of that. But yeah, I didn't re-enter the trade, so I just had to chill. I had to chill and allow the trade to do its thing and all of that. Okay, so I didn't enter the trade, guys. So right now, what I personally will be looking for this particular trade, guys, will be to um, okay, so just give me a moment. I'm equally trying to monitor my trades. I don't want what happened before to repeat itself again. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. For this particular trade, I still need this to come back down to this level, guys. Okay, we just broke that trend line. Yes. Okay, so a break of that trend line is here. On the 1 hour, we broke, we retested, and then came back down a bit before going back up. Okay, so now I still need this to come back. For me, a good entry would be, down here or even this level at 227 or thereabout. For this particular trade, I'm not going to do anything here, guys. I'm not going to do anything right here. Okay. I'm not going to do anything on Bitcoin Cash. All right. I'm not going to do anything on Bitcoin Cash right now. So I'll wait for it to drop down to this level. Okay. If we get back to $222 again, I'll try to trade it again. Prince Vincent, that's exactly what I'll be looking at. Okay. If we get back to this level again, I'll try to trade that token. But maybe we use it as a support if for instance. Okay, let's even get this area here. Okay, so if I go back, yeah, if we use that area as a support right now, my entry for this trade right now, let's say we respect this zone here, my entry for this trade right now will be here. Okay, if we get back to this level at $233, I'm going to be longing. Okay, going to be looking for a long trade because we broke that trend line and we are currently trading above that trend line. Okay, so this is what I personally will be looking at. All right, so a good entry will be at that $233. Let me even set a limit order for that. $233. Okay, and then stop loss will be slightly below. Let me set a limit order for that because we may be here talking before you know, you will miss that. Okay, set a limit order at 233 and let's see how this plays out. Okay, 233. So 233.15. Okay. So we do a quick trade to the upside and target as high as let's do 260 or 268. We'll target that high and see how it plays out. All right. So we'll go ahead and open a long trade here and see how that plays out. All right. So for Bitcoin Cash, that is a setup I have. All right. That's what exactly I'll be looking at for Bitcoin Cash. Okay. That is exactly what I'll be looking at. Okay. So let's come and bounce from this area and take it up. All right. If we get to 256, 250, 256, all of that area will be your area of take profit for Bitcoin. Smash that like button, all right? Smash that like button. If you are just joining, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, all right? And hit that notification bell because we go live twice every day. I'll go live again later today. The whole essence of this live trading every day is to make sure that we are in this $8 million that Bybit is giving out, all right? This is an opportunity for you. And I told you that there will be a giveaway on the 24th. There will be a giveaway of the Lamborghini. There will be a Lamborghini. There will be a Rolex watch and other items that Bybit is giving out. Okay. Now, this Lamborghini is not going to be given to the best trader. It's not going to be given to the team with the best, highest PNL or trading volume. It is random. Once you do up to 30,000 in trading volume, okay, you qualify to stand a chance to go home with this Lamborghini, guys. all right, this could change the story for you for life. All right, you could be that next person. All right, so make sure that you go to the description of this video, guys. Use the second link there to go join my team and start trading on Bybit. If you don't have a Bybit account already, use the first link there to sign up. And there's a lot of welcome bonuses for you. I can even send you a link to claim a $500 worth of position for BTC. All right. Okay, so let's look at Dogecoin. Doge, I think we broke below our trend line yesterday. Where are we currently? Let me look at Doge and see the area we are currently looking at right now. For Doge, okay, so yeah, the same thing that happened with BTC. So slightly broke below that area and immediately bounced up again. So we are back to this our support level. Okay, we are back on top of the support level. Say for Doge, I see a long trade here, guys. Okay, I see a long trade here, guys. I see a long trade, but for more confirmation, you can wait for a break of the trend line, guys. Okay, a break of this trend line upward will be a confirmation for you to, start trading Doge to the upside and all of that. So you want to wait for a break of this trend line above and possible retest. Okay, a possible retest would be to take a trade to the upside for Doge. All right, but I will go ahead and set a limit order to enter Doge at 0.073. Okay, I'll set a limit order to long Doge at 0.073, guys. 0.073, and maybe target the trend line, and then another area for the second take profit will be the 200-day moving average, and then up to that 0.076. Okay, so for Doge, I'll put stop loss very tight. Okay, so I'll set a limit order to enter Doge at 0.073. All right, for Doge 0.073, and let's see how that plays out. All right, 0.073, and then let's see how that plays out, guys. Let's see if that trade will pick up. All right, so and we'll take profit when we get up there, guys. So take profit, set your take profit where you want, set your stop loss where you want, and all of that. But this is what exactly I'm looking at. I have a lot of pending orders here. If all of these orders triggered and all run in profit, it will be a good one for me. All right, so yeah, the Dogecoin has set up that limit order, and let's see how that plays out. Okay, the next token there will be Rose USDT, guys. So for Rose, let's see what we are looking at for this particular trade. Okay, so after we broke this trend line, we retested, and then gradually we started going down, 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 down. And right now we are at a support, guys. We are at a support level. One thing that will happen to this market is that BTC just broke up and start going up. Okay, and all of that. Then when it start consolidating for a while, it will now be opportunity for all of these other coins to follow suit and all of that. So long setup, guys, is a long trade for me for this particular token for Rose. Okay, yeah, Rose. Let's see. Let me see the volume on this and see how much I'm going to that. $1 million plus. That is the trade volume that is traded in the last 24 hours on that particular trade. So yes, for me, I'll be looking for a long setup, guys, for this particular trade. So alternatively, you can wait for a break of the trend line, guys. Okay, you can wait for a break and a retest of that trend line, a possible break and a retest of that trend line, guys. Okay, so that is what you should be looking at. All right, a break and a retest of that trend line will be a good entry for you for long. So if you want to use the break and the retest of that trend line, then your entry should be somewhere around that area, and then you target this, this area where this is our support that has now become a resistance. Okay, you target that area there. But if I go lower, let me just see if I can get a quick entry for Rose, guys. A quick entry for Rose USDT. Let's do a quick entry here. Let that setup be there pending. Okay, let that setup be there pending. But right now, If we test that support level again, I'm going to take a trade to the upside. Yeah, Rose is dropping right now. So if we test that support area again, I want to see it come back to this area and a bounce from here will be a good thing. Okay. So I'll set a limit order to buy Rose at 0.045. Okay. 0.045 will be where I want to enter Rose to the upside. 0.045 will be where I want to take Rose to the upside, guys. 0.045 will be where I want to take Rose to the upside. So yeah, that's exactly what the setup I'm looking at for Rose. Okay, that's the setup that I'm looking at for Rose. If it comes down to this area, I'm taking a trade to the upside. All right, if it comes down to this area of 0.0458, I'm taking a trade to the upside, and then I'll be targeting that trend line there. That will give me a quick, either 2-3% move in the market. So if I target that trend line, that is um 2.5%, that will give you like 20% move in the market with a 10x leverage. Okay, with a 10x leverage, that is exactly what I'm looking at for the Rose token. All right, that's exactly what I'm looking at for Rose. So you can go ahead and take this trade. Okay, you can set limit orders and see how this play out. All right, set limit orders and see how that play out. All right, now my strategy is just scalping. Okay, I've held trade for long that did not work well for me. Okay, and most especially when you just randomly enter trades and all of that. So but when you buy at the support and all of that, not just buying at the support. Okay, remember that when we are at the support, we are equally at the verge of breaking down that support. All right. But if we don't break down that support and then we bounce from the support level, then guys, all right, which is why we normally use a trend line. If you are at the support level, what are the next confirmation? Okay, first confirmation is that we are at the support or we are at the resistance. The next confirmation will be, to play safe will be to use trend lines. So you can wait for a break of that trend line, but this period of waiting for a break of that trend line and a possible breakout and all of that, or possible retest, will be a time you can make like 2% move, 3% move in the market and all of that. Okay, which is why I want to enter here, target that trend line. Then when we break a bow, we start looking for another entry to the upside. Okay, so SAN will be the last token that I'm going to look at for today for this morning section, and then we'll go live again later in the afternoon. Let's see how we can accumulate, some profit for ourselves, some PNL, some trading volume. Okay, to be part of those that will be sharing in this $8 million that Bybit is giving out. All right. So if you don't have a Bybit account, guys, once again, I cannot overemphasize this. Okay, just go ahead and sign up for a Bybit account using the first link in the video description. All right. So SAN USDT, let's look at that and see what that can give us. SAN USDT. So the next trade section will be, from 12 noon or thereabout. That is when we should be looking at, going live again. So make sure you join us. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Okay, hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever we go live. All right. So guys, for SAN USDT, let's do this, and then this as well. So this is our support right now. Okay, for SAN support and all of that. All right, so we'll come back here. So look at that. Okay, almost all the tokens in the market right now are at that support level. Rejected, 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 rejected here, and then this week yesterday. So I'll wait for this to retrace back to that level there, and I'll take a trade to the upside. So our long setup for this particular trade will be let this come down. Okay, let this come down. So we'll be looking at taking a trade here at that exact area. Yes. Okay. For SAN, 0.3972 will be your entry level, and then you target that trend line there until we break above that trend line. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. Just target this level, enter a trade here, target the trend line, and then when we break above the trend line, what you want to be waiting before you can enter a long trade is wait for this trade to come back up this way. Like we'll come back up here, take profit here, and then go back up like that, come and retest this trend line. Here will be our entry again for a long trade. Then we can trail the market to as high as we want. Okay. So, but for now, we want to just pick up a trade. If this comes back to this level of 0.3972, if it comes down to that level, then we can be taking a trade to the upside, guys. All right. So this is exactly the setup that I'm looking at for the SAN USDT trade. Okay. This is the setup that I'm looking at for SAN USDT, guys. All right. So once again, give the video a like, give it a like, give it a like, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you are new here, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Go and join Bybit. You can be the winner of this Lamborghini. You can be the winner of this Rolex watch. Okay. You can be a winner of all of the prize pool that Bybit has set aside for copy trading. Maybe you go to the arena raffle. You can go ahead and spin something here and do what? And win some reward for yourself. Okay, just complete some tasks and you are good to go. All right, guys. So we'll call it a day here. Okay, for those of you who are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go live again in the afternoon. So we'll be looking at possible scalping opportunity later today again by 12 noon. So make sure that you stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, so thank you for being here, guys. Thank you. I hope you have made some profit this morning. For those of you who started trading before we went live, and then for all of the trade setup I've given you, we just hope that it plays out well, okay, and give us some profit. Have a wonderful and a profitable day, and I'll see you guys later.